This week, some of the world's finest golfers will meet for one of the most prestigious events in sport, the Masters. It's a tournament steeped in history, not all of it good, because that history is tied to a wider system of segregation that for decades shaped the game. This is Game Theory, where sport is more than just a game. When the Augusta National Golf Club officially opened in 1933, the US was still in the middle of the Jim Crow era, a system of laws that separated black and white Americans in everyday life, from classrooms and buses to restaurants and drinking fountains. And golf reflected that era. When the Masters began in 1934, the Professional Golfers Association of America had already introduced a rule that restricted its membership to Caucasian golfers, effectively banning black players from PGA-sanctioned tournaments. That rule wasn't withdrawn until 1961 during the Civil Rights Movement. But here's the thing. African Americans were already a part of Augusta. For nearly 50 years from the tournament's beginnings until 1983, Masters players had to use local club caddies who were black and from the Augusta community. Men like Willie Peterson, who caddied for 18-time major champion Jack Nicklaus during 5 of his 6 Masters victories, or Carl Jackson, who worked a record 54 Masters tournaments and helped Ben Crenshaw win 2 green jackets, and Nathaniel Ironman Avery, who carried Arnold Palmer's bag in all 4 of his Masters wins. They were all instrumental in those victories. You see, many of the caddies worked at Augusta year-round, walking the course thousands of times, and because of that, they became legends for their expertise in reading the complex greens and were trusted to guide champions around the course. Ironically, while they helped players win the green jacket, these men weren't allowed to compete for it themselves or become Augusta members. That color barrier wasn't broken until 1975, when Lee Elder became the first African-American golfer to compete at the Masters. But even that milestone didn't bring an immediate change. Augusta National didn't admit its first black member until 1990, when television executive Ron Townsend joined the club. And it wasn't until 2012 that the first female members were admitted, including the former US Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice, the first African-American woman to join, which made Tiger Woods' historic victory in 1997 all the more significant. The image of a 21-year-old Woods becoming the first and so far only golfer of African-American descent to win at Augusta was a moment that cemented its place in history of a tournament born during segregation. So the story of the Masters isn't just about who wins at Augusta. It's about the firsts and the barriers broken along the way, and acknowledging the people who helped shape the tournament in pursuit of the coveted green jacket long before they were ever allowed to wear it themselves.